Hello, Reclock Japan. It has been a little bit of a troublesome morning trying to get the stream going on, but we're finally here. We are Shinjuku Station, right over there. We came out through the exit number 3, I believe, 3 or 4, and we are on our way to the Tokyo Metropolitan Office Building, Government Building. Right now we're in Chodori. So here you can see we're right in front of Yodobashi camera. It is kind of like a big electronics and other goods store. So like on the outside you can see they have like watches and phone cases and binoculars for some reason. And it's very interesting. So it's like the store is here, but also right across. So we're just gonna head out to the building. You can see it over there in the distance. That is our destination for today. The street is kind of busy, mostly because this is a very like big business and entertainment district. So a lot of people on break, a lot of people on lunch, and a lot of visitors. As you can see, Yodobashi camera is still here. Really, really big store. How are you guys doing today? Right here we have a game center and more. Halloween decoration already out. Ready for next week. And more of Yodobashi camera. It's like one store in like 4 different locations. The game center right away. You can see that is actually the Shinjuku post office. It's actually really, really big. One of the main offices in Japan. Well, in Tokyo, not in Japan. Cute Space Invaders vending machine. Shinjuku. So Shinjuku is actually really, really big. The side of Shinjuku we're in is known for having a lot of businesses, a lot of companies. If you look around, most of the buildings that we see here are kind of like office buildings for like a lot of different companies. Most of the buildings. Shinjuku station is actually really, really large. When you go to the other side of the station, you can see a lot of more like entertainment oriented things. Like you see like a lot of restaurants, you see a lot of like bars and such. But this is kind of the section of Shinjuku where people mostly come for work. So if you look around, you see a lot of people wearing like formal attires, like suits, white shirts and such. That is because this is just work. It's a work district, pretty much. So like these are very business-oriented buildings. We are getting closer. So yeah, so there's like a lot of offices and hotels, like business hotels in this area. This Keio Plaza has like a lot of different restaurants. You can hear a waterfall fountain around. That's where we're going today. So Shinjuku is actually extremely large. Like, if you trying to get out of Shinjuku Station is extremely difficult. Even like people who grew up in Tokyo get lost there often. Super big. So sometimes in like the side of the station we came out through is mostly business oriented. You'll see it like right now, the Shinjuku NS building right across the street is mostly for either government affairs or for office spaces. But when you go out through the other side of Shinjuku, you will find more, how do you call that, tourist oriented areas. Like more of the traditional hangout spots and entertainment oriented sites. So Shinjuku has everything, to be honest. It's very large, that's why. So today we're just mostly looking through the other side, the side that, you know, it's not advertised as much. Even though it's just it's mostly business oriented. There is, well, this side is mostly business oriented. There is still a lot of things worth seeing and worth checking around. We will actually walk by the Shinjuku monolith soon, so I'm gonna show you guys that. Like, look at this. You'll see a lot of buildings like this in this area, so if you are into photography, this is definitely a very good tourist-oriented spot for you. So we can see people with their cameras taking photos and such. Alright, you guys want something cool? Here we are. We're at the foot of the building. I'll say like Shinjuku is, well, Japan is not dangerous on its own. In my opinion, it's like it was actually one of the safest countries in the world. If you come to this side of Shinjuku, where I am right now, you'll definitely find no threats at all. Like, no threats at all. And if you go through the more entertainment-oriented side of Shinjuku, you will probably not get like mugged and no one's gonna jump you and things like that. Like, I've hang out with friends until late night over there and then walk to my hotel. But the biggest threat that you can get is someone trying to coerce you into entering a bar. That is like the worst thing. It can be kind of annoying to have someone just walk up to you and be like, oh, come on, give you a good price. And you're like, no, leave me alone. And then they ask again. But other than that, Shinjuku is actually rather safe. See more pictures taken. Yeah. They're advertising the Olympics a lot. I can't really see on the screen right now because of the light. But everywhere in Japan right now, the Olympics are being advertised. I'm gonna go around and show you guys the other side of the building. And hopefully we can see more of the Olympics being advertised. Actually, before we go, bureaucracy is the same in every country. Look at the lines to enter. But something worth keeping in mind is that most big buildings like this in Japan, especially the government ones, do have an observatory somewhere along the top. Yeah, they're just annoying. It's like the worst thing you can get. They will not mug you. You're just going to, you know, don't fall for traps. Oh yeah. This is the line for the observatory. You can go up and take a very good look of Shinjuku through there. It's so long. Like, everybody wants to go. I would go, but we will spend the whole stream in line. I'm gonna go around and check the other side. You guys can take a better look. Are you guys planning to watch the Olympics? It's actually kind of like a really big talk in Japan right now. Like every time you watch TV, every time like you get a newspaper, magazine or such, you always find like the Olympics being like front and center of everything. We got the Hyatt hotel over there. And let me see if I can get a better viewing angle for you guys. And the Rugby World Cup too. Banners are still up. If you work in Shinjuku, you are lucky to have the train station right outside pretty much everyone's office. So something very cool about Japan is how everybody uses bikes a lot. Bikes are, I would say, more commonly used than cars based on the people that I know. And you can find this type of like bicycle parking spaces everywhere throughout like every city. And they're actually very, very, very cheap. So it's like 2 hours are free and 6 hours cost 110, but if you use your train card, it's only 105 yen. It's super cheap. There we go. As I said, more people taking pictures. So we're going up the Metropolitan Building. Look at that. So actually the past 2 days were really cold. There was a lot of rain, like heavy rain, right? And it felt like it was finally kicking in for how do you call that, feel like autumn was finally kicking in. But today is actually, we're in the 20s. When I left home to do the stream was 21 Celsius, so it's actually kind of warm lately, like today. Lately has been colder. I do recommend the Metropolitan Building. There's a lot of things to do around, especially since it's Shinjuku area. I will show you around more areas when we get out of here. But it is a good choice. Again, if you enjoy photography, it's really good for architectural photos and such. The observatory, I've forgotten which floor it is, but it's obviously closer to the top. You cannot really see from here, but you can see a little like protruding window. I think that that's it. But yeah, if you come to the Metropolitan Building hoping to get on the observatory, be ready to wait for some line. I don't know if you saw I don't know if you just arrived, but earlier today, like a minute ago, we went through the line to the observatory and it was huge, like huge. Here we are in the area that connects two buildings. That one being the other one. And in this area you can find a lot of well, in this side of Shinjuku, you can find a lot of modern art sculptures. You can see some here. There is a big park really close to here. I will take you guys there so that you can check it out and take a nice stroll with me today. Someone asked a similar question earlier. I would say that Shinjuku is not dangerous on its own, mostly because Japan is a very safe country. But if you come to this side of the station, the west side, you will find like nothing that's dangerous. No one's going to try to jump you. No one's going to try to take your money. if you go to the other side of Shinjuku, the one that has where Kabukicho is, you will most likely you will still not get like physically harmed. The worst thing that's gonna happen to you is that you're gonna have someone trying to persuade you to go to their bar, and that's actually very dangerous. They will tell you like, oh, you know, free entrance, drinks are this much, but prices do rank up very easily. I actually know someone who went in and was expecting to pay 3,000 yen, around 30 US dollars. My man ended up spending around 80,000 yen, so around 75 to 80 USDs just on hidden charges. So that is the most dangerous thing that's gonna happen to you. So if you just gotta be careful and know where to go and know how to allocate your money. Other than that, Shinjuku is perfectly fine, like extremely fine. Often come here to hang out with my friends. We are we're walking across the Metropolitan Building. So Japan does have a lot of maps, luckily, so it's very easy to find where you are. Let me see if I can show you guys how big Shinjuku Station is. So here's where we are, and we start around there. So this is like the whole Shinjuku area, and then there's like another side on the other side. But yeah, we're gonna check out the Misuno Hiroba Water Plaza, which is right above here. Let's go on a nice walking date on the park. We are still right across the Metropolitan Building, so we're not far from where we kind of started. So it's like right across, as you can see right there. A lot of people come here during work break to have lunch and just hang out. Something very interesting with Japan is that you see people finishing work everywhere. It's not uncommon to see people just working while they're taking the train home, or where they are just enjoying lunch outside. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we find some nice businessmen with the laptop out doing some work. Ah, the name of the park. The name of the park. The name of the park. I think, if I remember correctly, it is Shinjuku Central Park. I believe. I might be wrong. You can see a lot of people just, as I said, you can see some people doing work outside. To be fair, it's actually very relaxing to be here. People coming to have lunch. Here's what I wanted to show you guys. The Water Plaza.
Es que a ver, no, es que manda huevos, hay que verlo todo. Es que nada, hay que ir a ver los puntos estos que te has puesto y no puedes descubrir y dejarte llevar y dejarte perder. No. Manda huevos.
I am glad my geography is not that bad. Thank you for double checking. I appreciate it. And potentially calling me out for being wrong. Yo, you guys like turtles? You guys like turtles? I'ma show you some cute boys. Here is what I wanted to show you guys. Some cute turtle boys. Water Plaza, it's just a fountain. And yeah, there is still the Metropolitan Building. We're actually not far away, like everything is very close. I love turtles. There's a old meme for you guys. I like turtles. Yeah. Some cute boys. It's actually very common for Japanese parks to just have animals roaming around. In Kansai, in Nara, they have the famous Shika, the deer park. And the deer park there's deer everywhere. Like, everywhere. You can feed them, you can pet them. They're very docile. They don't tend to cause any harm. But, you know, sometimes they might get feisty, but that's very rare. And it's actually very rare to have, like, it's very common to have almost every park that has a pond actually have a koi fish in it. Japan does tend to very well mix the nature and the man-made aspects of landscaping, I guess. See if we can find more cute boys over here. I can see ravens taking a bath. Hola Christian, sending hi back to Mexico. Beautiful, beautiful Mexico. Thank you for joining our stream all the way from Mexico. So something actually interesting is that there's a very big smoking population in Japan. So I like that they actually build these like specific areas in order to also help to keep the environment safe by putting all the smoke and the tails in one place. So instead of pretending the issue's not there, just having an area for that. And it has free Wi-Fi, so nice area to hang out. So we are back to where we started, and I think I'm gonna walk you guys back to the station and end the stream there. It's almost 1:10. It's almost 1:15, so we want to start heading back soon. Actually, which route should we take? I want to show you guys the Shinjuku monolith, so we're gonna go this way. So since we're heading back to the station, it's time for our usual Q&A. So if you guys have any questions about Japan, now is the time to ask. If you guys have any suggestions of where you would like to visit next, leave a comment or comment down in the comment section so that we can plan where to take you guys next. Ooh, a single place in Shinjuku that you cannot miss. That would really depend on what you're interested in. Oh man, Shinjuku's so big. Let me think. Well, if you like photography, as I said, this area is really good for you. That park is very interesting. The big buildings are very cool. If you are more interested in having fun and enjoying yourself, I would recommend going to Kabukicho area and looking actually a place that I really like in Shinjuku just to look at, like when it's your first time visiting Japan, is the Toho Cinema in Shinjuku. That movie theater on the top has a giant Godzilla. It's a place I think is worth looking and definitely should not be missed in the general Shinjuku area. But it really depends on what you're looking for. I might try to take you guys to that side of Shinjuku next time. We are gonna go up again the Metropolitan Building, and I think we will end our stream soon. And it's actually connected. It's not just one. Actually, as you can see, it's two. Here is a take of the other side. Well, I think that this is going to be today's end of the stream. Thank you so much for walking around Tokyo with me again. It's been a while since I've streamed with you guys. I had fun, and I hope that I can stream again with you guys soon. Make sure to comment below after the stream is archived. Where would you like to go next? Because we do these streams for you guys to have fun. Anyway, I hope you guys had enjoyed it, and I am going to see you guys the next time.